As of December 10th, Australia is effectively beta testing the future of social media regulation. Australia is implementing a strict ban on social media for anyone under 16. We're talking TikTok, Meta, Snapchat, YouTube, all the big ones. The government is placing the burden of enforcement entirely on the platforms with fines up to $50 million for noncompliance. But there are exceptions. You could still use messaging apps like WhatsApp, gaming chats like Discord, and educational stuff like Google Classroom. First, there's the friction of verification. We are moving from an era of frictionless signup to identity first access. Platforms now have to prove that they took reasonable steps to age gate users. We are going to see a rise in third-party age assurance tech. This tech is definitely going to be invasive, with users having to give up a bunch of privacy to prove their identity. Data that can be used in facial recognition, location, interests, etc. If hacked, this data could really be used against people for serious scams, extortion, or worse. When you ban 16 and unders from the public square, they don't disappear. They migrate to private, encrypted channels. For brands, this means Gen Alpha is going to become invisible to tracking pixels and public trend scraping. This conversation is going underground. For parents, I think this means that they will have less control and knowledge over what their teens are consuming. It's also going to make marketers scramble to figure out how to engage with teenagers now. Social platforms rely on hooking users young to build lifetime value. If that pipeline is cut off, they lose the ability to build early brand loyalty. If this legislation spreads to the UK or the EU, which is likely if it succeeds, we are looking at a global reset of social media demographics. The whole world is watching to see if this actually works or if it just pushes everyone into VPNs, which is very likely. My personal opinion is that while the goal is noble, and this might help some teens go read a book or something, be more productive with their time, what have you, this won't be as effective as regulators hope. People are going to do what people want to do. It's very hard to stop them. Activities just go underground, and this only helps predators. Additionally, I think social media is actually good for some teens. LGBTQIA plus people, neurodivergent people, nerds, etc. find online communities where they don't have them in their lives. So taking this away is going to be harmful to a bunch of teens. I think many of the critiques from Australian teens are correct as they say that the onus should be on social media companies to do a better job of regulating harmful exposure instead of cutting off their access from social media. But I want to know what you think. Is this a win for mental health, or is it just totally impossible to enforce? Let me know in the comments.